This is the Hangman card. I'm using a Morgan Gree tarot deck, Morgan Gree, and it's one of the most beautiful decks I've come across. It's very in-depth, it's very gorgeous, and I just love the deck. I love many other decks. If you read my articles, you'll come across the other decks I've loved in my life. There's some very beautiful decks out in the market, and some very beautiful ones. Do check them out. But this is the Hangman card. It's a card which is ruled by Neptune, the planet Neptune. This is one card which is not a good card in any reading when it comes. So firstly, because it usually implies a situation which is like a sinking sand. It implies addictions, suffering, financial issues which make the suffering more chronic. And this is one card where, when it comes up in a reading, we end up trusting people who are not worthy of that trust, who end up stabbing us on the back, and who end up digging our grave. This is a card, this is a major arcana card and ruled by the planet Neptune. It's a very complex and a chronic card. Problems in life, once they start, don't end so easily or early, and at times go on for years, or they never end. In the same manner, this card implies or brings health issues which are never ending. In the presence of this card, there is a high probability that the root cause of the health issue is an addiction which is very difficult to give up, and one would prefer to suffer instead. To cure the addiction is impossible because the person has no intention to give up the vice, and to find the correct or appropriate diagnosis is another obstacle, which may not be easy to overcome. When this card comes up, and even if you go through multiple doctors, your illness may be far from being detected. With this card, you also don't find good doctors or the right ones who are capable enough to heal you. Source of income also becomes an issue, which is why money is a constraint. The people that come in your life take advantage of the situation, and this includes blood relatives as well. What you're left with is swords hanging on all sides and every door being closed. In all this mess, if your sick body does not get the treatment and care which is needed, it only aggravates the illness. Even if the Hangman card is reversed, the situation does not change much. However, the individual awareness level is high when the card is reversed. So you don't keep false hopes and are more realistic in your approach. If you are grounded and receptive, you are far more capable in handling the situation. This helps in controlling the damage. Major arcana card, like the Death card in a health reading, is a card of strong and extreme situations. Death is a card which is ruled by the planet Pluto and the zodiac Scorpio. This is an extreme card, but this is not always a very bad card in a health reading. Honestly, it's a card which actually implies a survivor. It implies a man or a woman who will be able to survive through the illness, irrespective of how chronic or lethal that illness is. Death card in a health reading is a card of strong and extreme situations, which may not always be chronic, but this card implies a need to go beyond the conventional, a need to push your limits even if that makes you an outcast. There are times in life when we need to swim against the current even if we wish to achieve the same materialistic success which others want to achieve.